What's hot and what's not in the Vancouver Westside single-family market for September 2017. The Vancouver Westside single-family market has now transitioned to a buyer's market. That's right, we're in a market favoring buyers as of September 2017. Median prices are still at the highest they've ever been in the last, when you look back 20 years, the median price for your typical detached home, your typical single-family home in the Westside, I think we've peaked. We're at $3.6 million for your typical detached home in the Westside. But inventory, when you look at the number of homes that are available and on the market, inventory is pretty interesting right now. We're up at about 150 homes. When you look back at the last year, we've been at around 550 homes listed on the market in any given month, but right now we're at 700 homes, which is good. We're starting to see more inventory, more choice becoming available to buyers out there. Of those 700 homes that were available, 52 of them sold last month. So we're relatively low inventory, still at 700. I think when we get up to 1,000 homes for inventory, that's when we're really going to see a change in the market and we might see some downward pressure on pricing. So what's hot? Well, if I had to point my finger to one area that's doing relatively well right now in the Westside, it would be the Arbutus neighborhood. We had 6 homes sell in the Arbutus neighborhood out of 35 that were available and on the market, which is 17% for a sales ratio, with 6 out of 35 homes sold. 17% of the homes sold in Arbutus, which isn't really a lot when you think about it. We need actually more than 21% of the homes to sell to be considered a seller's market. But that's the best neighborhood. That's all we have to show for the market right now. Arbutus is at 17%. The price band that's doing best right now would be the $2 million to $2.25 million price category. This price band is really strong considering when you look at where the rest of the market is in the Westside. This price category is doing incredibly well. We had 4 homes sell in the $2 million to $2.25 million price band out of 5 homes that were listed and on the market, and that's 80% for a sales ratio with 4 out of 5 homes sold. And the real estate board defines anything greater than 21% for a sales ratio to be a seller's market. So we're doing very well in that $2 million to $2.25 million price band. What's not hot? In other words, which areas should you buyers be going after right now? Well, like I said, we're in a buyer's market in the Westside right now, but if I had to point my finger to 2 areas that are doing really poorly and where the most opportunity exists right now for buyers, it would be Southwest Marine Drive and South Granville. Those 2 areas very weak. Only 1 home sold in all of Southwest Marine Drive last month out of 41 that were available and on the market, and that's 2% for a sales ratio. Only 2% of all of the homes in Southwest Marine Drive actually sold. And remember that anything under 14% for a sales ratio is considered a buyer's market, so 2% very weak. South Granville also weak. 2 homes sold out of 81 that were available and on the market. Again, 2% for a sales ratio in South Granville, very weak. Which price category should you buyers be going after? Well, if you have the money, the $4.5 million or more price band, very weak. Believe it or not, we have 370 homes on the market right now in the Westside that are priced at more than $4.5 million. That's right, 370 homes are priced at over $4.5 million. More than half of the available homes on the Westside are priced at over $4.5 million. And of those 370 homes, only, get this, only 14 of those 370 homes sold last month. Only 14. Again, that's 4% for a sales ratio. Only 4% of those 370 homes actually sold. So if you have the money, that $4.5 million price band is an opportunity to maybe get a little bit of a discount on a home on the Westside right now. If you'd like to take a look at the sales package I have for this area of the Westside, not only for the Westside, but also for East Vancouver, North Vancouver, West Vancouver, Richmond, most areas in the Lower Mainland, I have a graph as well as a ton of data for each of these areas, which shows how prices are changing over time, how the number of sales are changing over time, and how inventory is changing over time. And it's very interesting when you look at the relationship between available homes, in other words, the inventory versus the number of sales. When you look at those 2 criteria, that's what influences pricing. And you can really get a sense for what's happening in the market by studying this 13-month graph that I have. And if you'd like to download that package of information, I have that link either above or below, depending on whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. My name is David Setton with Oakland Realty and Answers in Real Estate, and I specialize in selling homes in the Vancouver Westside. And if you'd like to contact me, you can reach me anytime at 604-808-9796. And as always, thank you so much for listening today.